seize upon the moment, the fact that she's still got her youth about her, and slurp up a black for the paper, man.
He liked it. He liked watching the video.
Yeah, I was kind of turned on by it, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've caught a lot of flack because when you first commented on me on the Tucker Carlson show, I left an Instagram comment that said, if he's the top G, I want to be the bottom G. Well, I'm just dying to have another dick in my mouth. So I do want to extend an invite that if you were ever interested in doing your first ever scene, that me and Lena, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like,
yo, dude,
would he be a suitable candidate? Can I tap him in?
I don't know. No.
There's absolutely 0% chance of that happening. We have to be very careful with this conversation, and I'm going to explain why. You know what? Let me say something. I find this very uncomfortable to talk about. There's not many things I find uncomfortable, but I just find this uncomfortable to talk about. And the reason is...
Holy cow. That's a lot of information to digest. Okay, the reason why this would be uncomfortable to talk about is because it goes against everything that a man stands for. It goes against everything that is ingrained into our biology as human beings to be able to let the internet partake and visualize what it's like to have your wife getting by somebody else. Hundreds and thousands of years of Vikings and evolution are screaming and telling you this is not the right thing to do, but yet the man says, I'm going to allow it all for some cash.
Your brother Tristan was in my DMs, like really sincerely trying to convince me that I have made a very grave error, a massive mistake as a result of having let my wife shoot with another man. Myself personally, having been, a couple weeks removed from the actual incident happening, I don't really feel like I made a mistake. It feels like some pretty regular.
Chat, man.
I was a little bit jealous at first. It's kind of a weird feeling knowing that your woman was in the arms of another man, even if it was only for a few hours. But it's interesting. You don't seem like you have as much of a real like moral issue with the act itself.
Well, I can give you my opinion on why I wouldn't ever do it. And I think the reason I wouldn't ever do it is because I believe that a man and a woman have a connection between them. And I think that connection is solidified by exclusivity from the female's part, and I believe there's an energy cord between, and I think that once that's broken with another man, I do believe there's a degree of the connection which is damaged.
That's 100% correct, because what you have to understand is, especially women, if there's a good male that comes into their life, they can imprint on this female. These girls can be imprinted if you really put it down properly, so that no matter who she is able to get with, even the man that she possibly marries, you will forever hold that place in the back of her mind. And she will always fantasize about you being there, as opposed to this man that is keeping her safe, raising possibly some children. No, if you imprint on her, she will always forever have this little memory of you that lives on in her mind, and she can never forget about you.
And I think that when the relationship is good, perhaps you will not feel it, but when the relationship is bad, or when arguments start to happen, or you start to get on each other's nerves, you might notice a slight difference in behavior.
If a woman is married to a man and they have 3 kids and the woman wants to leave, she's encouraged. They'll be like, oh, you're not happy? Yeah, you deserve happiness too. You don't have to stay for the husband and the kids. You can get a young boyfriend maybe. You go, girl. If a man has 3 kids and a wife and he says, I'm just not happy. Why? We don't get along, we're just not happy. You're a man, it doesn't matter if you're happy. You have to stay in that house and you have to pay those bills. It's a double standard. I think a man should stick by his wife and stick by his family no matter what. But I think a wife should stick by her man, stick by her family no matter what. And they're not prepared to.
That's exactly it. Not to interject too much throughout this whole video. We are living in a time right now where women's independence, their career choices, choosing their career over family is being rejoiced and being put on a high platform. You could be with your girl, have maybe some children with her, but any slight little crack in the fissure of the facade of marriage, and she instantly would get praised to say, leave, go here, go there. I have a friend who is dealing with his exact same situation. Now he had this beautiful girl that he had met during work. They were working together. They decided I'm going to raise a family. She decided not to get rid of their firstborn. They decided to bring it to term. And that's a good thing, being able to raise a family and bring children to this world. But this whole family that they have built, now they have 3 different kids, and she decided, I'm going to leave. I'm going to decide to take the career with me. And worst of all, she's the one now in custody of the kids, raising them. Man has to pay child support. They are living now in 2 separate different states or provinces. So the ideas of women going on their own way is completely destroying the family narrative. And we need to get back to having strong families, because in a strong family, you can instill morals and beliefs that will raise the next generation to be great and loving people.
They want me to do the 20 verse 1 in Atlanta with the sisters. What do y'all think about that, y'all? Where they bring 20 queens out, pick the queens I like, and then it's a round 2 and a round 3. But my problem with the 20 verses 1 is this. How do I know everybody is a biological woman? That's my problem with the Atlanta 20 verses 1. Atlanta is Transformer Central. How do I know all 20 of those queens are organic women?
You don't.
You can't even check the birth certificate because they can change the birth certificate too. So I don't really know. This could be a COINTELPRO operation. If we're going to do this, I need proof that these were biological queens. I need to see baby pictures. I need to see baby pictures, elementary school pictures, middle school pictures, and high school prom pictures. I need to see pictures from every stage of their life. All 20 of them got to be thick in the thighs and natural hair. They could be 5 thick in the thighs, 4, 12 thick in the thighs, 6, 1 thick in the thighs. And the hair better be all natural with no European hair color. Organic queens only. Healthy, organically natural queens only.